Hello, I know it has been a minute since I posted my last video, but I wanted to come on here and talk about something. And this is something that essentially kind of laid on me a little bit today. And I'll just kind of just tell you what happened and kind of where I was. So as I was laying in my room today, I was a little frustrated, and I was a little frustrated because I said, you know what, I don't want to start over again, and I'm saying start over with anything. I said, I'm ready to see my life grow and expand and not feel like I'm getting ahead, kind of like the 2 steps forward, the 2 steps back, the 2 steps forward, the 2 steps back. I felt like I had gone through that enough. And I said, you know what, Lord, as I was talking to God today, I said, I don't understand. I've tried to, at least I thought, do things the way you would have wanted, but oh, did God give me a eye-opening revelation, okay? And so as I was in that moment, the Lord spoke to my heart and he said, I had to strip it all away. I had to strip everything away from you. And I had to let you rebuild. And the Lord spoke to my heart and he gave me a scripture. And I'll share the scripture with you. The scripture that the Lord gave to me was Proverbs 10:22. And the scripture said, the blessings of the Lord, it maketh rich, and he addeth no sorrow with it. And this is coming from the King James Version. Okay, so I'll repeat that. Proverbs 10:22 says, the blessings of the Lord, it maketh rich, and he addeth no sorrow with it. Now, I want to be clear because one of the words that people will hear in that is the word rich, and they'll just kind of go into that. But let me share with you the definition of rich, or what the meaning of rich is. We know that richness or rich is often connected to monetary wealth or assets. That's definitely a part of it. But essentially, the meaning of rich is to be plentiful or have abundance. Okay, that's what it means, plentiful or abundance. All right. So then the next word in that scripture that stuck out to me was the word sorrow. And what that means, essentially from a meaning perspective, is a feeling of deep distress caused by loss, disappointment, misfortune, or just to have a feeling or display deep distress. Essentially, that's what sorrow means, okay? So you're talking about maketh rich, which is to have, we're going to just go with abundance and plentiful, and then sorrow, which is distress or misfortune, okay? So what God was saying to me was that I had to strip everything you had away. I had to take it all away because what you had was not built upon my foundation. My foundation, that meaning being God's foundation. God was saying what you had was not built on my foundation, okay? A godly foundation. It was built on your flesh. It was built on your feelings. It was built on you. And what I had to do was strip all that away, because when I give it to you, what God is saying, because my blessings, they come with plentiful abundance, and there will be no distress and sorrow with it. So what you had did not come from me all the way. Some of it may have, but you had a lot of the world in you when you were building that. So God said, now I need for you to be in a position for me to build your life, for you to have plentiful abundance with no distress, because I'm building on the foundation. So I took everything off that foundation that did not look like me. I took everything off that foundation that I didn't want in your life anymore. I took everything off that foundation that I didn't want to build on top of. I took everything off that foundation that was going to interfere with the abundance or interfere with the plentiful that I have coming. I took everything off that foundation that could cause you distress. Because when I give it to you, it maketh rich and addeth no sorrow unto it. So when I really took that in, I said, okay, Lord, okay, so what you're saying to me, God, is that you had to strip it all away. You had to strip it away So that way you would have a clean foundation to build my life upon. And if you think about that, and think about it from, and I'm not a construction worker or anything like that, but a lot of times from a housing perspective, what'll happen is when they go in, if the foundation or the structure of the foundation is not strong, a lot of times they can't build anything on top of a foundation that's not strong or solid or has fractures or problems or troubles in it, because they know no matter what they build on top of a beautiful foundation, in the end, the end result down the line could be disastrous for that home, right? So they have to make sure they get that foundation right. So I say that to say, as God spoke to my spirit through that scripture and really helped me to understand this process that I've gone through of starting over and feeling like I have to go at it again. And okay, I don't want to do this anymore, Lord. And I just want to move forward in life and this and that. What God said, hold up. He said, you're going to get there, but you're going to get there with me doing it. And for me to do it, I need the foundation that I want to build upon. So if you've gone through something and you feel like, man, you feel like things have not gone the way that you've wanted them to go. If you've gone through something and you feel like every 2 steps forward, for every 2 steps forward I feel like I'm taking 2 steps back. If you've gone through something and you're feeling like, you know what, I don't think that I can continue to see things stripped away or peeled away from me. Or the other part, and we do this too, you're trying to hold on to something that God is saying you need to let it go. Go through that stripping process, because you don't know what you have in the foundation of your life that God is trying to pull away. You don't know what you have in the foundation of your life that is setting you up for what God is trying to build that could potentially crumble. You don't know what you have in the foundation of your life that could be disastrous in the future. You don't know what you have in the foundation of your life that is unstable, but God does. And so this is why he says he wants to build. He wants the foundation. So make sure that as God strips things away, or as you go through a peeling away, or feel like a falling away of things in your life or people or whatever, situation, circumstances, whatever, look at what has fallen away or stripped away and say, how can I present a clean and clear or a smooth foundation for the Lord? How can I present a foundation that is worthy of God to build upon? All right. God bless you.